Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Thursday. Holy crap, it's already Thursday. Hey, when do you get to Thursday? I mean, when, I guess today, but like, I didn't even realize. Hey, Guts, welcome in. How's it going? Yeah, it hasn't. Wow, it's already Thursday. It's already like, yeah. Okay, well. I guess weekend coming up. You were typing it's Friday. Thanks. Thank you for stopping me. You're welcome. Hello, Forrest Renard. Welcome in. How's it going? I think things are relatively, good right now. Or at least they're not bad. Yeah, I checked in with my, the places where I interviewed with. Both places are still deliberating. Neither one has said no to me yet. Neither one has said yes, but neither one has said no, which is, that's a good thing. That means there's still a chance. There's also, a chance of neither one working out, but there's a chance of at least one working out, hopefully. So we'll see. It's, yeah. One is games. One is virtual production, which is what I used to do before. So we will see how things go. But hopefully sometime soon. Other than that, same old. Yeah, I got nothing else. I think that's all the updates I got. Oh, it's also hot as hell. That's another update. Today and tomorrow are hot as hell. And I'm dying here. Like, this is the temperature in my room right now that usually happens after I've streamed. And after it's already been, right in my room entirely. And, heated up. And so... we'll see how it works. Don't yes me with the sun. You see how sad that sun is? Even the sun is sweating. Okay. So, yesterday we successfully set up all the vertical rooms, and today we're actually doing some praise the sun. No praise the sun. Does the new the new game have a praise the storm? Praise the sun? The Elden Ring? Does Elden Ring have a praise the sun thing? Or is that just in Dark Souls? I actually don't know. I never played Elden Ring, so I have no idea. The last game of that kind I played was Dark Souls 3. I don't know. But you play very little since your PC wasn't running well? Oh, I'm sorry. You know, but at least if it wasn't running well, it wasn't hard to catch up to it at least. So that's good. Okay. Load in, please. There you go. So things are working. Today we need to set up the verticality and stuff. So right now we have rooms where we'll deal with the camera stuff all later. We have rooms where we have a lot of verticality. Why is... okay, that's the room is locked. So we're going to be doing the it looks really weird. Anyway, we haven't adjusted for this height yet, so things are looking weird. So we have rooms that have verticality, and we need to get up there. Sort of like let's grab our first vertical level here. We don't have a way of getting in between here and here, and we need one. So today is that we're doing that. Okay, so to do that, I'm finally gonna make a jump pad that hopefully I can also use. Now it's just literally gonna launch me up onto it, and it'll also launch enemies onto it. So theoretically, I could reuse the my navigation that I used in the past. I'm gonna close all of this material stuff. This is what we're focusing. So, but it's part of their AI. I could put this on the combat. Well, the AI I want to automatically work like this. So let's go to characters, enemy, and I want to AI jump to destination. This is all we have. Just a simple launch character. So what I can do is I can bring this over to the main. Instead of having this on only the AI, it can be on every single character. And then I can also use it. It'll just trigger when I press a button and not automatically. That's probably the better option. So let's start with that. Can I copy this? Let's find out. I can. Excellent. Now, it's probably going to complain that's going to be called the same thing, but... Jump to destination. This one, please. Okay. And now, if we go to BP enemy, I could just take all of this, cut it out, delete that, and in the main one, the parrot of everything. Why can't I not paste? Copy. Hey, there we go. Okay. So I'm gonna remove you. And now we can go under interfaces. Really should clean this up. Wait. Oh. There it is. So that goes in there. I should have just left it in here. Okay, splitting it X, Y, Z. Okay. So if I do this, so this should launch me if I use it. So let's just test it. Assuming that it launches me, then we can work from there. What? Why? Oh, it's because this does not have a navigation. I'm just putting that there for now. Okay. So now it has navigation. So now, can I see this? Yes, I can. Let's reset this. There we go. Now I can see the volumes. Okay. And I'm going to see if I can just reuse, basically, the same system as I used for the AI for myself. Right, let's just assume that this is what we want. So I'm going to do a simple string. Just make sure that This is the trigger. Oh, it will not. It will not work for me because I don't trigger this. Hey, DWI, welcome in. You know the project? So it's a basically a Binding of Isaac, Hades, Dead Cells game. Hey, Ray Silly, welcome in as well. Basically, I'll show all this. If I come here, play it. Yep, it's basically a roguelike. So you start out, and don't mind the visual thing above that flickers. Still fixing stuff. So you see how you see the room over there? I can go there. I am not bound by these walls. I can just exit. I can just jump out. Now that is too far of a jump, but there's no doors that tells me where to go. There's a mini map, but that has a door thing, but that's going to be gone. The mini map will stay, just the door effect will be gone. And basically, you can go wherever you want. And when you go into a room, then you have to fight all the enemies or clear it. And when you do, you can go then wherever you want afterwards. Right? So you can just continue on. And depending on which room you're in, it will drop certain items. Yeah, it's using Unreal 5.4. We just updated. So basically now, right, if I want to, like, let's say go down there, I can. I probably won't make it if I jump, but I can go here, right, clear this room, and then now I can just say, okay, let's go down here. Right? I can just continue on going. Basically, wherever I see, I can go. Fine, go here. If I want, I can just go through the wall and just go into this area, into this level. So right now we don't have a way of getting up, but that's TBD. Why is this a problem again? Why do we have this? Why is it black again? Oh, it's probably the, yeah. Okay, well, there's lots of things here. It's probably because I basically am forcing it. I'm forcing it myself to disable and enable, and it's basically running the same thing multiple times. So I'm not going to worry too much about it because I have an override. But you have a bunch of power-ups, and basically you get power-ups, and they all kind of stack together. And they work together, and it's like Binding of Isaac, where you can get a bunch of passive power-ups. I'll eventually introduce also active items as well, but they kind of work together. For example, if I can do a little mini black hole, I can do where is multiple projectiles. I can convert my attacks to be projectiles, and now I'm shooting right this. And if I raise the walls, oh, these need to be configured to actually stop the projectile. I have not done that. That's good to know. But if I go into a different room where there's enemies, yep, you can see it kind of pulls you in because it's like a black hole. Now, this is not great for ranged, but it's fun. You would use this for melee, and then all the enemies will be pulled towards you. Yeah, all this is blueprints. Yep, 100% of this is blueprints. All 100% blueprints. I think I'm going to create another blueprint actor specifically. Specifically then for jumping for ourselves. This one's not going to work. So right now, we redesigned the rooms to be a lot taller. So now we need a way of going up. So I'm going to create just basically a launch pad, simple like jump up kind of thing. When you get onto it, press a button, you jump up. Obviously going down is easy. You can jump down from anywhere. You just jump down from here. Right, that's easy. Interesting take on roguelites. So jumping down, a mechanic for the game. Like the whole game's descending, getting harder, or you can go back. You can go back up, absolutely. It's just it starts at the top and you'll continue going down. It's the developer actually finally introduced entrances and exits, so I can actually force it so you can always basically start at the top and your destination is at the bottom. But of course, if you do that, you might miss on rooms where you can get power-ups and things of that nature. So plus and minus, you can go faster if you want to speedrun, or no, this is all me. This is 100% solo. Yeah, everything I'm doing right now is solo. This is basically the prototype stage. That's why it's all basically, as some people call them, dev textures, because I don't need, for prototyping, I don't need complex stuff. Yeah, like the previous version, like the one. What do you mean? Am I a joke to you? You're not a joke. You're just not officially employed, you guts. Sorry. You're also not even unofficially. You're just not employed. It's our game. Yes, I'm building those with the community. So this is the previous version, right? And so you can see kind of the. It's in this version. It's just easier to see how it was structured. This is much smaller rooms, as you can see. The camera was much closer. It was like here. So now it's a little bit further away. There's a lot more verticality. But it basically, and this one had doors. And I realized because I can jump between rooms, assuming that you clear the room. If the doors are locked, you can't jump between rooms. But every time the dungeon's randomized, as you can see. And so, right, this one has the actual props and variations here, etc. So unlike the current version, that's a lot less pretty to look at. So dear God, my computer right now, as I'm loading all this in. So this one has a lot more verticality, and you can go wherever you want. But again, we need to go up. Do a Super Mario 2 style jump or launch pad. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. Basically, we're setting up like a launch pad. No, this is not PCG. I'm using a plugin called Dungeon Architect. And that's how I am. This one. So this is a pre-made room. So all the rooms are pre-made, and the plugin basically stitches them together. I will be using PCG inside of this, inside of the room, absolutely. But the rooms are not assembled with PCG. So let's make a new blueprint class. Launchpad. I can make it so I add 2 cubes. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do you. Maybe 2 by 2. And basic. Am I not seeing engine content? No, not developers. It's on. Where's all my materials? Excuse me? Where's all my materials? Where are all my basic materials that I use for everything? Fine. I'll make my own. Darn it. Let's do launchpad and launchpad destination. Epic has pretty much been nailing these updates to 5, other than the issues in 5.2 had. Yeah. In terms of like new content, Epic's been doing like awesome. The one place where they could use like more love on is the performance side. That's I think a lot of people want less features and more performance. Personally, like I'm fine with it, but like I can understand why. Why? Why is it? Why are you linked somehow to the wrong tiling there? How did that happen? I mean, it's fine. It doesn't really matter, but... Okay, you know what? In that case, I'm just gonna make it a single color. I just want to know what happened to my... oh. What happened to the basic materials? That's what I want. Hold on, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this basic. Jump scare on you? What do you mean? I'm just going to just open a 5.3 thing. Or 5.2, it doesn't matter. Here, it's a 5.3. I want to see if they moved it or just it wasn't linked to it anymore. Because I use those basic materials just all the time. You worked for Epic a few years back. Nice. I think the reason they prioritize the new features to keep up with the industry and will continue to optimize over time. Yeah. I think it makes sense. Cube. Basic. Hey, look at this. Look at all these basics. There's a basic green, basic orange, right? Engine, map templates, materials. Okay. Engine, content, map templates. Also, why did they reorganize this? Map templates. Materials? Yeah, here it is. So they're still here. But it can no longer search for it? Hold on. Yeah. What happened? What? Okay. You were with Activision across 3 studios for 8 years before Epic? You'll never work in AAA again? I mean, hey. I wish I had, like, that stable of a career. That sounds lovely. Okay. That's time. So, today, our drink of choice is good old bug spray. I finally got rid of all the flies. The fruit flies that, you know, showed up randomly. The thing from Amazon didn't help at all. So, I mean, and now I have excess bug spray that I don't need for anything. So, might as well drink it. Better use of it. Tasty bug spray. Do you even have bugs in Canada? I mean, yes. Why would we not have bugs here? Then they all die in the winter. So, I'm Western Canada right now, and like 2 winters ago, we had like snow like all the time, but that's a rarity. Last year, there was like less than a handful of days with snow. It like here, it doesn't get that cold. East Coast, yeah. If you go like Toronto, like East Coast, yeah, it gets cold. Here on the West Coast, where like Vancouver is, no, not really. Like it gets colder, but like typically, like there's only a few centimeters, not even double digits of snow a year on average. I think it's like 4 to 5 centimeters of snow for the entire winter, from what I recall reading about. So yeah, it happens, but yeah, not always. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this right there. So with it in the level, I could just select it. Also, just kill you. Take the destination pad. Also, this is I think this is a new bug in 5.4, where sometimes when I'm doing something, like I'm here or whatever else, I come here and click this navigation. I forget what it's called. The axes don't show up unless I close and or turn on game mode and turn off game mode. It's really odd. It just happened again. So can I use the end button here? I can. Okay. Working games you're not passionate about really kills your passion for an industry. I mean, yeah, that's true. But I mean, I have not yet successfully got it into the game industry. I've done a lot of things. Now, my previous job was doing virtual production. So using Unreal Engine, but for those LED walls. I started in film. I did AR, I did VR, architectural visualization, HoloLens stuff. I did like the Snapchat type filters on like for AR, right? I did like a bunch of different stuff. I did stuff where we're training AI, all sorts of things. Haven't gotten to games yet. Haven't been able to. So, build a combat system for my time at Porsche. Nice. That sounds awesome. So, like for me, I basically have worked in film, but I don't watch movies. And I don't watch TV shows. I'm like in 3D industry in general. I didn't come into it because I'm like, I really want to work for X thing, or like I want to work on X thing. I came into it because I just like the 3D. That's pretty much how it is. Like I got into the industry because I learned about 3D like when I was young. I'm like, this is awesome, and I want to do that. A lot of people are like, man, I want to make movies, or like, man, I want to make like X thing. Like, I didn't have that. Like, this is fun. That's it. And I don't have like this thing, but that's also why I'm like, I was working at films for like majority of my time, or like TV shows and stuff. And I'm like, you got like, I've worked on Star Trek, Discovery, and I think another one. Couldn't care less. Cool, I did some stuff Star Trek. That doesn't matter to me. What I did is more important than what it was for. And I'm currently on here on a work visa. Although I'm unemployed now. So waiting for my PR to hopefully come in soon. But I'm from the US originally. That's why whenever I talk temperature and stuff, it's always in freedom units and shotgun shells, But I really like it up here, so I'm hopefully I want to stay here long enough to get dual citizenship, basically. Games industry is healthy in the West. Interesting. Didn't even think about that. Why did it just... Okay. Let's do... Oh, it's because I've scaled it. That's why. California, Washington, Vancouver are all hubs for games industry. Yeah, there's lots of stuff that want to make games since you were like 14, 15, but never wanted to go to college or make someone else's game. Also never published a game though. I mean, yeah, that sounds pretty nice. When I went to college, I majored in animation and visual effects. We had a game design program, but I didn't do it because at the time I graduated college in 2011. I graduated as valedictorian of my class, but it was in animation and visual effects because at the time the program was basically learn Maya and Unreal Engine 3. No, not Full Sail. No, it was West Coast. It was called Expression College for Digital Arts, I believe. It was bought out by someone. By another company. I think SAE bought it now. It's entirely different from what it was. It was basically an accelerated college where in less than 3 years you got a bachelor's degree. So it was really nice. Like 5-week classes. You gotta do the entire course, everything in 5 weeks. It was awesome. at the time, because I graduated that, it was Unreal Engine and Maya. Pretty much it. That's it. Like, that's when Quixel, like, their Photoshop thing was just coming out. Substance didn't exist then. So I was like, well, the film one, I want to do more realistic stuff at the time. And the film one, you learn like 10 different programs and like all sorts of other things. Yeah, you don't learn Unreal Engine, but you learn all this other stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. So I went to the on the film side. And then from there, I went to like work on 21 Jump Street and other stuff. But you know, shortly after, I'm like, I don't watch movies. I don't play games. Why am I here? So, yeah, I was like, okay, time to try to swap. But swapping from film to games is very hard because everyone's like, oh, you don't have game experience, so that means you don't know anything about how the games work. No, that's not how that works. Things are transferable, and people for some reason don't realize that. Like, I know a colleague of mine who is like insane. He's like a true generalist, even more so than me or anyone that I know, where you literally can do anything. Effects, modeling, texturing, lighting, whatever you want. He's done, he has Unreal experience. He has like everything. He's worked as a supervisor like many years, like super skilled guy. He was offered a junior environment art position at a game studio because he doesn't have game experience. There's a guy who's made 6 figures as a supervisor and film and everything, doing the work, not just supervising. But because he doesn't have game experience, that's it. But all the skills are transferable. So that's like the problem a lot of times for like, yeah. So yeah, when you go into one industry and you want to swap, it becomes extremely, really difficult, unfortunately. So I've not been successful yet. Finally, with my recent reel, I've like completely changed it because I've decided to go into the tech art side. I started as a 3D generalist, but I've become more tech art, and like I was more of a environment artist / 3D generalist. Skills are transferable. Workflow, I assume, is different. Nope. I mean, so if you're, so if the workflow is different, that's different in every studio. That's not something you can, yeah, sure. And then if someone can learn quickly, you should be able to pick that up in a week. Right? Cool. You want, so in this studio, right, we name files this way and we put them here, and this is how, right? Learn it in a week. That should be like what everyone does, just getting up to speed, and then you should be taught no matter what position you're coming into the studio for. So yeah, it's a thing. All right. Yeah. Get, no. Oh, it's because of context is not on. Like, why is it failing me? Okay, get roll location. Yeah, but if you're a programmer and artist struggle, that's that's completely fine. Like I struggle with programming, and I don't mean like because I do blueprints, right? This is visual coding. I don't struggle with understanding programming. I struggle with writing syntax and like making sure I put in the semicolon and make sure the word print is capitalized when it needs to be capitalized, or else it doesn't work. That's what I struggle with. But that's why this whole thing is being done on blueprints right now, because it's just, this is easy to me. This is like, cool, I'm a visual person. I came from the art side. I tried doing animation. Oof, yeah. Well, animation especially are very hard. Oh. I got the wrong one. Let me remove the jump distinction here. Jump to destination. There we go. Yeah, animation is like even when I was like in college, pretty much like everyone, including like instructors and everyone, agreed. And I went, so some of the classes I was taught by Pixar employees, which is pretty awesome. But basically everyone just said, hey, animators animate, period. They don't do anything else. Because if you want a good animator, they're not doing anything else, because it's that like much of a focus that you need to be a good animator. It's just nice. Now, why am I overshooting it? It's not a big deal, but I am overshooting it. Oh, it's because of this. Try learning Blender, but the game project's interesting. You got a bounce? Well, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoy your time. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Well, thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, I don't shout out follows, just like I don't shout out like new subs on YouTube, because for those that don't know, I'm currently multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Oh, I need to remove this. Because it's one of those where you don't have to follow me, you don't have to subscribe to me to watch me. You can. I'd appreciate it. But right, it's, you do it because you want to. Don't do it because like I care about a number going up. I'd rather have, 1,000 viewers and 0 followers / subscribers, depending on where you are, than having 1,000 followers or subscribers and have 0 viewers, right? It doesn't matter. So that's how I see it. That's why I don't like shout it out. Okay, so I do need a little bit of a boost there. Maybe not 0, but try 100. Say professions of game dev would be split mainly by programming or art. Though in games versus film, say the art developers are also need to use blueprints to properly use any game functionality that may implement. So, right, like I said, I worked in virtual production, so I used Unreal Engine on the LED walls. So I started as a Unreal generalist, so basically 3D generalist and Unreal generalist, because I knew Unreal. And I just went, and because my supervisor gave me a lot of freedom, I went into like full tech art, because I just really enjoyed blueprints. So I hard pivoted through the freedom, and I started making tools. I started making like material systems and whatever else. But we had people that were from VFX occasionally help us out because we didn't have enough manpower, and they were just asset people. I mean, I say just asset people, like they made assets. They don't do like world building. They don't know anything. They built the assets, right? And a lot of them, I'd say the majority of them, we struggle to like properly use because they wouldn't build it to like Unreal, like how you'd want to do like built for Unreal, and they didn't want to learn. Some people learn. Some people, like, you told them how to do it and they do it, and it's wonderful. And those are the kind of people that skills translate. Those are the kind of people that, yeah, go put them in film or games, they don't care. But the people that were like struggled, yeah, they're not going to like succeed there. You're full ears right now? You're dumb though? What do you mean? You're not dumb. I think I would not call the majority of people dumb. I only call people dumb who refuse to learn. That's simple as that. If you're willing to learn and change and get better and improve as a person, you're not dumb. No matter how long it takes you to do that. You could struggle to learn something for years, but as long as you're trying to, you're not dumb. You're dumb in my book if you like are stuck in your ways and refuse to change no matter what. And that doesn't matter what it's what the reasoning, or it doesn't matter what it is, what industry it is. Just if you refuse to change and learn, then you're dumb. Because yeah, like I said with the example, like the people who were on the VFX side, also, what terrible term. In film, it's all called VFX. And when you go into games, when people say VFX, it's now actually called like effects. And so it's not film is another word for it, right? So on the film side, people would not want to change. And yeah, then if they refuse to, then it's dumb. Adapt, overcome, improve. New technology is always coming out. Let's use it. Otherwise, we're going to get left behind. So this is working now. Yep. This is working. What I can do is... Instead of... I can make this like 0.25, maybe? Yeah, that's better. And then I can, if I made this now 50. How is that worse? Than that. It should be better, not worse. Wait, how did it work? What happened? How did it work the one time? God darn it. Oh, I think I was just actually like pressing like to move. Let's do like 0.35. Either way, this is working. We haven't implemented like, there we go. We haven't implemented the we have not implemented. I don't know where my brain was going. But I think what I'm going to do is recombine these. I totally lost my train of thought. I don't know where it went. I want to expose this here. So let's get a new float. Arc angle. Now, again, I can't put the default in here. Let's do default 0.5. So now we have this, and now I can promote this to a variable. I can set this variable to be defaulted to 0.35. And I can make it exposed. So now I can change the arc angle. So if I want to make it like 0.1, I wish the, then it'll just, oh, that like actually worked really well. Just pick a random number and it goes, okay, there we go. That works really well. So what if I add these just really close by together? Ah, okay. So when for that you'd want like I also want to lock it between 0 and 1. I wish tab would actually tab. Asking for a lot here. So I need some distance here. Let's also then add the offset to this. Vertical landing offset. So I guess I am going to be oh, hold on. I didn't plug that in. When you finish your thing, you want to make a full presentation and then you want me to be your evaluator? Hey, sure. Sure, I will not lie to you. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's working. Never mind. We don't need the. We don't need the this. Let's put this back to like 0.5. So yeah, so now I can play around with 100 honesty is the way. Yeah. So if I am moving my character, because I have air control, so I guess that's what's doing it. So right now it's happening when we just go on top of it, but we're gonna want to do it on control. Okay. Nope, that's them.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Oh yeah, babe. 100% honesty is the way. I've never been called babe before. I don't know if we're that close, Guguts. Don't read it again? What? The part that says, oh yeah, babe? Okay, I won't read that again. Oh, dear God, it's getting really hot in my room. It's not getting really hot. It is really hot in my room. There's no getting. It is. It is just really hot in my room. So we can actually use this now to, like, go wherever we want if we wanted to. I could make one, like, from here to here. Sweet. Yeah, let's go. After the ads, we're gonna implement this everywhere. And then we're gonna go from there. Really hot after you call me babe? That's sus. No, it was hot before. I mentioned it. It is totally unrelated. Damn it. It's a loose shirt. I can't do like the neck pull thing where, you know, it seems tight. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna go copy this. So if we go to our rooms. Do I need to test this? That looks good. Okay. So this value is going to work just fine. To get started at least. Like here. Now, we do see the pad above. So I'll need to add the same kind of material setup as I have for the other stuff. I might hide this pad. I'll also have this get misaligned. I might hide the that red pad. I don't know why I mean, I know why I'm shooting there. I need to modify the angle, but I guess it's fine right now. So we have a couple of jumps here. So is this... Yeah. I think this is a nice, simple way of doing this. Why? It gets so dark. Why is it so dark? Oh, it's because it's looking at this up here, and so it color corrects to it. Okay. So the lighting isn't there yet. Can you tell? Oh wait, this one's not done. This one. And yeah, it works. We'll still need to implement the button press, the interaction stuff. See something. It is on the ground. Yeah. Just that. We're gonna want like multiple jump pads in different areas. Call them jump pads, but they're gonna be themed to whatever we need down the line, right? I might convert them to rope, convert them to whatever it is. Just they're going to launch you. That's really all that matters. Nice. I might make it so they launch you up. And then because you have you can move yourself, but I think it's fine. I wish I could have it land exactly in the right place. But yeah, that'd be some extra calculations, and who has time for that? Okay, but now if we go to here, we can actually go wherever we want now. So if I want to go in this room, I can. And then I can just jump up. And now we can continue on. Say in this room. Yeah, we can go between the rooms. Why is... Oh, it's the... Right, it's the height thing. Did you make an animation, the pad that launches you up? Yeah, I mean, like, these things having animations, like, boing, yeah, like, all that can be done. It's just, for the prototyping, I'm not going to. Because that will depend on the theme and what it is actually that's going to be doing this. Not that? What are you referring to then? He already has like a falling in air animation. Instead of doing a real jump, you make a pre-made jump. What do you mean a pre-made jump? Oh, like it always goes from one point to another, like without any like deviations or anything? Is that what you mean? There you go. I have air control. So if I use the air right now, I can launch myself and then move away. If I come here and then don't touch anything, there you go. Like, don't touch anything. There you go. It's not perfect, but don't touch anything. There you go. Why am I a little bit floating on this thing? That's odd. I'll just turn off the collisions on this, actually. Launch pad. No collision. Yeah, I have air control. So when I jump, like I can move around still. No. This is the room that I added the navigation mesh. Is that why you guys can move? So if I come here and I just don't touch anything. There you go. I mean, it is possible. But if I'm like doing this and then I let go, right now I just hit the wall, and so I just need to... I can turn off control, movement control, but I don't want to. But we can now go wherever we want, pretty much. Which is great. Right, like that is really working well. Like, getting up is actually a lot simpler now, in a sense. Okay. Okay, let's make this button controlled. I just realized if I'm up here... I might not realize I can jump down. without this as a pad or this. So I think I should have. I should have this maybe in both directions. I might have this in both directions. Let's first implement the control, because we don't want to automatically jump. We want to do it when we press the button. Where is input? Do I have an interact? I do have an interact. Am I using the interact? I'm not. Interact is bound to E. I'm actually not using it. Did I remove it? No, you can create multiple of these. Ah, okay. So I'm doing a sphere trace. Oh, this is the pickup. So it just used to be a interactable thing. And then I need to give it an interface. Okay. Is it interactable? Interact. Go. And we want to make it so I can detach this. Okay, jump to destination now. And this box needs to be interactable overlap. Sure. Is it block? I always forget this. I always get this wrong. There we go. So I'm here. I can do whatever I want. Press E. And then I get launched up. Let's do it the other way as well. Let's do it the other way around as well. So I'm going to just duplicate this. Put you here. Why? I duplicated you. You have the same... Why did the settings change? Why? Why is this a... Why did 10 exit? Okay. There we go. So... Ooh, okay. So now we need to figure out which it traced. How do I figure out which one it traced? Um, what happens now if I this makes sense. What happens? Yeah, it just tries to launch me back here. I need to know. Oh, what I can do then is do an overlap check on both of these and see which one I'm overlapping. So I need a begin and overlap on all of these. And I will do an is player controlled. That's the only ones we care about. Okay. So now we can do start box and box. So now, assuming that we've overlapped, let's do a just symbol bool. Start to end. I'm beginning to overlap. I'm going to say start to end to be true. Then it's going to be false. On begin to overlap, it's going to be here. It's going to be false. It's going to be false just here in general. The only time it'll be true is this. So what we can do now is, this should work. Do a select based on start to end. So this is start to end true, so that needs to be there. And it's false, then it's that. I believe yep, that worked. Yeah! Look at me go! Single interaction! Looking good. Okay. So now we can go up and down. Which is pretty big. Okay, let's fix the material stuff though. So the way it should work now is Don't worry about you. Um, let me see what's going on here. Um, so what is working? What isn't working? This is all working. Angle lower. Is this all working? Ah, here we go. There's their problem. Okay. I know there's a problem somewhere. So if I did like a little projection, so I can just find you. Yep. Back in game. The problem with this is, yeah, that. So we just need to set this to like, I think 1500. Probably will be enough. Oh, and this should be. Hey, Ibrahim, welcome in. How's it going? There we go. So now we're no longer bogged down by the walls up above. Ooh. Maybe not. Did I reset this? What do I? Oh, we're no longer doing this. Let's put this back. We're no longer doing this. This is a good test, but yeah, we're no longer doing that. That can go back to default. I'll leave this here in case I need it. In case back face solid color. Okay. So it's this wall masking here. That, yeah, well, that's correct. I'm using the actor position. Yeah. So what's the problem now? Yeah. Bring that up. So the problem is I still see them up here because they're now very high up. I'm modifying red. That's interesting that these appear, but these don't. What is going on here? It should be the other way around. it should be the other way around. This scout position minus its position, right? This will lower it. The question is, why does that disappear before the one above it? And it's because the one above it has moved down. Right.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
And it's probably moved down below this one. That's right. Now I remember. So we need to use... So I think that's why I was doing this. Okay. I remember. Dear God, thankfully it's not, getting hotter, but... Oh, man. It's, It is still hot in here. Unfortunately. But, I mean, while ads are going, I can still test this. Go away. Aha. Single floor is $17.01. Oh, but then if I jump, so I need this to be like 2,000. Okay, so this should now be good. Whoa, no, it's not good at all. Okay, what's going on? What's going on? Wall masking is on. So it should be using its world position. Maybe. What if I kept this as it is? Well, I just did a little multiply here. Da, 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 da. They move down. So their world position moves down. Why is this such a pain in the butt? I need to do it based on the camera. So if the camera is camera minus the their position, which when they move down can be very, very low. Exceptionally low. So this part masks basically below the floor of the next level. I could also separately what if I separately also did this here? Just curious if the walls had their own depth thing. I don't think that's gonna work. And this is one of those things where I just need to yeah, so I am seeing the red. I'm seeing the red. Because of this. So it is actually lower into the ground. It is actually lower. So what I need to do could I do with another could I do with another primitive data asset? I can grab the information of how far I've moved down. Should be the ground level. Combined with the offset down amount. I'm doing an add because this is a negative value, which will lower it. And just to make sure that it's going to work correctly, let's do like which parameter, so I can test this. Oh, there we go. So now, where's my parameter? Yes. That makes it go bye-bye. Okay. So, we have this. And we were setting it before, and it's still here. So I just use it. Theoretically. Reuse what we set up before. I need to find a room that has something above us for sure. Whoa, look at that. Okay, I see a problem. But yeah, we're seeing this. We're seeing them go down now, which we don't want to. Oh, it's because this is currently. Fine. Okay, we can use this room as the test. Why am I seeing you? Okay. So I'm seeing the ones below. Did I? It should be inputting a negative value. Oh, but I think I need to push it up, not push it down. Because that would make more sense. No. That's cool. Very cool effect. Not what I was looking for. Let me go to a different room. I'm gonna grab you. So when I go too far down, yeah, it disappears, which is correct. Where is... I want to face it. Why is it already gone? Where is it? It should be right in front of me. cube. It is between this and this. I guess the problem is it doesn't really work on the without all the functionality. Oh, it didn't grab. Oh, it has all the. Okay, fine. Oh, okay. So this right now is just not working. So the interesting thing is, it's not working in either scenario. But why? Because when it's doing this, this should be 0 for a lot of it. So I can't see it right now. So how? Oh, the reason I could see it on the other ones is because the levels could get lower. Because I could have like stairs coming up, and so it appears at this level, for example. Right. Because it all depends on which elevation it happens on. So that makes sense. So I said 14 Celsius here. Oh, that sounds so 57 Fahrenheit sounds so lovely. I wish it was 57 here. That sounds so lovely. So what to do, what to do? Wait, why is it actually? Because that's not where the... Oh, is it? That is where the wall starts. I need to see if its pivot point is above a certain distance, not below. And I think what's doing it, the problem is the thing I'm using absolute here. If I didn't use absolute, I'm pretty sure that run into issues. Um, yeah, let's go down to this lower level, and then we can use that as our reference point. Or is it fine? Was the problem just turning off apps? Oh, no. Okay. But now, can we play around with it? Oh, this is red. Uh-huh. 1500? Was that the solution? Ooh, no. Because now we don't see... Why do I see this? Yeah, there's nothing below. I should see... Oh, let's go find another room. Yeah, why don't I see... Oh, actually, hold on. Why are... It's fine if I don't see it, because they're using the wrong material. Wrong setup. A red... ground. On this one, it shouldn't be wall masking. It should be just vertical masking. Hold on. Let's go to... on. I'm gonna make it slightly different color. Because it shouldn't be doing the wall masking. So I shouldn't be trying to basically mask them the same way, because they don't need to be masked. One needs to be just masked vertically. The other one needs to have like special stuff. So let's make sure that we're actually have them split up. That should help a lot. Whatever. You're fine. Okay. Now, let's test things. Okay. Okay. That all so far looks good. I don't see anything above me so far. I did there. Let's play around with that. Can I? Hold on. Is there a hotkey? I don't remember. Is there a hotkey to pause? Either way, just fly around a little bit. 2,000. Okay, a little bit more. 2,300. Aha! Okay. Do the same thing for the red walls. I think that was the problem. Problem was I was freaking doing the ground and the walls at the same time when I really didn't need to. I wasn't supposed to be doing the ground and the wall at the same time. Okay, maybe a little too high there of a value. Okay. Tone it down a little bit. So the maximum I can go is 1,500. You understand 100% why it's not working? You think? You figure out the logic that makes it work? Nice. So some things are making sense. Turn down the walls. Is there another place you can go here? Testing. Here, okay. So this, right? They've moved very far down. So I want to increase this. But literally they are below. Right? They're below the walls of that level. So what I need, the way to fix that is to give them a limit of how far they can go down. Or somehow figure out the math needed to cut them off. But for some reason, my math isn't mathing. So maybe I need to write it out. Maybe I need to write it out. So we have the ground level. Which is starting location. All right. Hey, Hottest, welcome one. Welcome in. I'm doing well. Just trying to figure out some material height stuff right now. How are you doing? So we have the ground level. It's set at the beginning, and then when it goes into the ground, then it masks us because it knows where the ground level is. But the object, right, it has moved down. So the pivot point is now here. So when I jump up, let's say up here, I see it.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Or I guess if I jump up here, I see it. Because the distance here, no, it's here. I see this. And I need to not see that, so I need to mask it up higher. Okay, well, if I'm on the ground level, I can't raise that ground level cutoff when I'm on the ground level, because that breaks things. I need to raise it on things above a certain height. So I basically need to check if the ground level is above a certain distance below my camera or higher, then we mask it. Did I did that right? The heat is, oh Jesus Christ, went up by 2 more degrees. Yeah, my brain is literally being cooked in this heat. Dear God. That's miserable. If I'm on the ground level, so if we take the camera location and we do have the ground location, we could check if the camera minus the ground needs to be greater than a certain distance or smaller. No, so if we did it smaller, right, that means if I jumped up, it could, we need to be bigger, first of all. This would need to be bigger than the ground. Or if it's not, it needs to be bigger than a certain amount. Let's play around with that. Alright. So if we have camera position, I guess I can just opponent mask it. Subtract ground level. Let's see what we get when we do this. And then I'm just going to do an add. It's a simple parameter here. I just want to see it. Put that in there. So, yeah, so this is the ones from the other floor. Yeah, so it's coming from above. So, now, what happens when we play around with this? Okay. So now it's not on the height. That's what we want. If I did negative 500 or for both of these, let's go down here. That bugged out somehow. Oh, hold on. Where's the... I need to see the flash. There. Okay. Can I lower this? So why am I seeing this one? Oh, this is the floor one. This is the floor one. This is this one. Right. Oh no, that's neither one. That's my friggin' platform. that's my jumping platform. Okay, ignore that. Okay. So if we combine those now. We get things working correctly. I love the verticality. Okay, things popped up correctly. This all looks good. And now let's go down to the lower level here. I don't see anything above. So far, so good. But we need to see, ideally with ones that are multi-level. Here. I think it's actually working as intended now. Writing it out in Paint solved the problem. Is that what we're getting to? I mean, hey, as long as it works. Why am I seeing... Hold on. Okay, so this is just a problem in general. Got the perform. hold on. Right there. That's a problem. Let's check it out. Is it this? Or is it this? This. 1350? So this needs to be 1,000. That still needs to be 1,000. That's fine. Your God performance, but again, well, not smoother. I don't see anything above. I don't see. I think we did it. Like it pops in. You do notice it popping in. But it works. If I increase it, is it going to pop in more or less? If I need like negative 700. Nope, I didn't mean press escape. That's fine. The point is, it is working the way we want it. Which is amazing, because that was a struggle and a half. I think I need to change this. The distance it goes for my cutout. Because I'd like to have it go a little bit further. That's a separate thing. Okay. Sweet. So, let's do let's name this. Camera or offset from the top. Sure. I think it should, yeah, retain. Both of these are negative 700. I'm going to play around with these values, but it's working. Kill you. Okay. Hallelujah. For reference, it is outside 12 degrees cooler outside than in here. I just want to throw that out as a reference in terms of like when I'm saying it's hot in here. It is 12 degrees cooler outside than in here right now. The AC is on at full blast. It's just real shit. It's just real shit. That's why I dread the summer. Okay. But now that we have it all working, we now have ways of going up. We have ways of going down. You know what I might do? You see how the shadows are moving, right, based on the height of this? I might turn on hidden shadows for the light block, or for the invisible walls. So it's always consistent. So I can remove this because we're not using this. Here. Yeah. We're in the room manager. I guess that's fine. If I turn on Hidden Shadow, it will cast shadows consistently. Now, the interesting thing is it's now shadowed the tops of these, which is fine, actually. But I think basically it is no longer casting any shadows because it is these things are casting shadows. So, I would need to turn off cast shadows on them, I think. Do you learn the UV scaling in the nodes are relative to how you open the UV? Something that was bugging you, that if you scale in U and the model is a different axis, it doesn't work. What? If you scale in U and the model scales in different axes. UV is a 2D axis. You're talking about scaling 3 axes. So yeah, it's not gonna line up because you're talking about a 2D image and a 3D object. There is no one U is X or U is Y. We're talking about 2D and 3D. One has 2, one has 3. So again, keep in mind that the default cubes in the when you create a map all have this setup. You could just reuse it and plug in, instead of the colors, plug in your textures. You just reuse what's there. Three has 3 and 2 and 1. What? The third dimension does have 3 dimensions and 2 dimensions, 1 dimension. Yeah, I think I got confused with what you were meaning, Guts. UV scaling in the nodes are relative to how you open the UV. So I don't understand what do you mean by open the UV? Because if you just open the UVs, you're gonna see the UVs. That's the UVs. It's open. So I'm clearly not understanding. Where is I can't turn off casting shadows on the owner. I mean, I could. Oh, actually. So no, we wouldn't be able to do the fake thing. Yeah, it wouldn't work. Having them having these cast shadows, because you don't need to cast shadows in all. Because we're assuming that it's the same shape. If I have like a gargoyle, I don't know why I keep using gargoyle as a reference. If I use like an organic shape for a wall, and it's not like a perfect rectangle, and it's casting a perfect straight line, right? Instead of having like maybe holes or whatever kind of decoration it has, depending on the sun angle, it's gonna look weird. So no, we can't do that. So, yeah. It'd be interesting to keep the shadow like all the way up and just have it always shadowed. But I think for that I would need to like have two of them on top of each other. One that's hidden and doesn't move, and one that does move. And then I think that's just, we're just adding more and more calculations into these, and I really don't want to. So yeah, I think we don't. Okay, so I think next up is to actually we'll design the areas. Like start setting up the actual like props, you know, like we had before. Like like this, right? We need to get like all of these starting to populate, and things of that nature. Get all this like interesting, like just to break things up, right? And maybe change up some shapes, etc. Maybe add some parts in between, some overhangs, etc. Yeah, you know. Let me try again. If you have a rectangle face and you scale an object in Y, depending on how the face is laid out in the UVs, you might need to scale in U or V. Yes, because you might have rotated it or might not rotate it. Yes. Yes, that is correct. I mean, it's the same thing in Photoshop, right? If you take an image and you scale it one way, it's going to scale that way, but that's 2D. And when you're doing a 3D, you can put that image onto the 3D face in any way. You can even flip it if you wanted to. You shouldn't flip normals. You should. It's not a good practice, but if you needed to, you could. I think it was Blizzard. I saw an art document. I think it was for like early Overwatch. I could be entirely wrong. Could be on what it was. But basically, they were like just playing around with UVs to just create variation. Because a lot of times you hear like, yeah, you need to make sure that your UVs are like perfect, right? That, you know, every UV shell has its own like correct, you know, spacing, everything's even. But if you're making like a brick wall, you can just scale your UVs a little bit closer, further away, and make it look like the bricks are in one area a little tighter, a little like wider in another area, right? And just have this variation where it breaks it up just a little bit, where it feels just a little bit different, even though all you're doing is just changing the scaling between the different like UV islands effectively. So, I appreciate you giving me credit for my setup, but it's not really my setup. It's just in base Unreal. Like if you create a new thing with new third person thing, you get the material. Do I have it? Oh, do I have a this one maybe? You weren't aware how much your UV was going to affect? Ah. Yeah, so if you go to level prototyping, right? Materials, I mean, here it is. I mean, it's even this one, right? Right? Because you see how it's scaling? So you don't even need... And this is not triplanar. This is not triplanar. It's just clever. But it's not this one that I was thinking. Not the prog grid. It is, I think the prototype prog grid. Yes, this one. Surface colors, top color, which if you don't need these, you can just use only part of it. Right, same thing. If you don't need the top surface colors to be separate, it only takes part of it. This is using triplanar for the grid. Maybe it is using triplanar. Oh, this is triplanar. Why is this triplanar? Never mind, this one's triplanar. Take it back. This one isn't. Yeah, this isn't triplanar. Triplanar nanite everything, someone said one day. You don't remember who? I mean, yeah, if you want to do it for film and you don't want to go real time, you know, game performance, yeah, go triplanar and nanite everything. Nanite is one of those things that is absolutely amazing, but it has a minimum cost. And depending on what you're making and what your needs are, you might not want to take that minimum cost because you don't have enough where it, like, crunches it down. Like, if you were to make a game where on screen you have, like, 500,000 tries at any one point, it's not going to do much, nanite. It's only going to increase your cost. But if you are planning to make assets that are millions of tries each, and then you have, like, normally would have 20 million tries, well, it's going to crunch it down to 500K. And then great, you have, like, its scaling is amazing. But yeah, if you're already optimized, it's only going to hurt. It's not going to help. The other problem with nanite that no one really talks about is the file size. Assets that are made with nanite in mind, like those high resolution, that's how you get games that are 300 gigabytes, by the way. By having assets that are built for nanite, that's how you have a 300 gigabyte game without even textures, right? Because, I mean, take as like a high resolution model and export as FBX, and then export a cube as FBX. One's gonna be a little bit of a smaller file size, wouldn't you think? And obviously you need to package that model, and it's not going to get smaller just because it's in the engine. Textures, on the other hand, are dependent on engine. So fun fact, if you were to import a PNG and a JPEG into Unreal, the PNG could be smaller in size on your computer. But when you actually bring it into Unreal, it becomes bigger by default. Which I can actually demonstrate. Just real quick. Just if anyone didn't know about this. And it's very easy to adjust that. If I make just a new... Now let me make this... why is it a millimeter? Pixels. Make it 1K image. It's gonna, there you go. It's gonna do this. Okay. This is gonna be a PNG and a JPEG. So one. And then the other one's PNG. Now, let me just confirm that the JPEG, yeah. The JPEG put white in the background. So perfect. So this is what we want. I'm gonna call this 2, just to have different names. If I bring them both in, or if I just check the file size, 113 kilobytes for the JPEG, 148 for the PNG. So it's actually a little bit bigger in this case. I've seen it where the PNG was smaller. But it's right. It depends on how much is alpha out, to be fair. So actually, let me actually make it so I show the point better. I know there's an update, but last time I did an update, I didn't like you. Okay, sure. Document, transparent background. Okay, so if I made, there you go, a small dot here, and now save this as a PNG. And then save the same thing as a JPEG. Uh, 14.6 kilobytes on the PNG, 21 kilobytes on the JPEG. There we go. It's just to show that, right, the PNG is currently smaller because it has all this alpha and very little actually in it. So the JPEG is bigger. So now if I bring them both in, JPEG is bigger, right? Bring them both in. Let's open them both up. This is the JPEG. This is the PNG. The PNG resource size 1.3K. The JPEG 683 kilobytes. Now, you might be wondering, why is that? This file was bigger than this one. Why is this one all of a sudden a bigger file size? That's because this one has an alpha channel, this one doesn't. So you can actually turn off the alpha, compress without alpha. I can just turn that on, and you can see everything is black because the cutout isn't there. But 683. Obviously, cutting out without alpha makes it all black where it wasn't. So it's now black and black, so you can't see anything. But the point is, when you bring in a texture, it gets converted into the Unreal format. And when it gets converted to the Unreal format, and assuming you're using the same compression settings on both files, it's entirely a matter of, do you have an alpha channel or not? And the alpha channel, if you take a look at this number, 683. 683 times 2, 1366. Turn off compress, 1365. It probably rounds. There's probably a decimal point rounding here. But this literally doubles. Having an alpha channel doubles your texture resolution. Black as everything pulled me out of reality. But you see, having an alpha literally doubles your texture size. So the reason is because of this compression. So the compression compresses channels differently, and alpha is entirely uncompressed. So because alpha is the only one that's completely uncompressed, it is actually in size the same as all three other channels together. I learned of this because I was trying to pack things with a normal map, right? Because you have red, green, blue, but the blue channel is always one in a normal map, so why don't you put something in the blue channel? Well, that's a problem because you get compression in the red and green channel, and it's different in every channel. So you can't do that. It will not look correct. You have to change up like where you put things. I think it was red and blue is what I ended up going with at a time. It got me like, I'd say 95% correct. But that's why things are compressed on different channels differently. So if you, for example, want to create a texture that had red, green, blue, and alpha, you want to put everything one texture in Unreal, you should ask yourself, do you want to use red, green, blue, and alpha, or do you want to use two RGB textures instead? Because texture memory size, the resource size, is the same, right? Because if this one was without, right, 683 plus 683, right, it's going to be the same as this one with an alpha. So, and reusing textures is big, of course, because it doesn't add to the texture memory. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show, because just because on the desktop, right, PNG is smaller than JPEG, it means absolutely nothing when it comes to actually putting it on Unreal. And you want to check one of your textures was 10 megabytes, but it was 4K. Yeah, if you have an 8K texture, it can be over 100 megabytes. If it has also an alpha, it can be over 100 megabytes. I know that because some of if you get the nanite stuff from Megascans, it comes with 8K textures, and if you try to push them to get, it'll be like, can't do that. That's too big. So I know. Yeah, I want to show that. Also, the other thing I can show is if I build this dungeon, just real quick. I can also show one other thing, which is under tools. I think audit, statistics. Yeah, here we go. Tools, audit, statistics. If I go to texture stats, it tells me everything inside of whatever I want. So I can do in the current streaming level, all streaming levels, etc. Ads are about to play, but I'll explain this after the ads. Yeah, because I don't want to miss it.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
But this is like really good stuff. Like if you need to like troubleshoot things and figure out like textures, resolutions, etc., whatever. And it has like lots of stuff here. To troubleshoot your assets and like figure out performance and stuff. See where you have issues. By the way, Racily, what is KMFDM? I assume that's like initials of somebody, like of a band or something. I just don't know what that is. I'm not much into music, and I assume that's from music. It is a band. Okay, I figured as much, but want to confirm. Just want to confirm. Yeah, I do not listen to like any music. The most music I listen to is literally doing the stream. The same stuff. And I tune out music pretty much. The songs in the movie Heavy Metal, if you've ever seen that, nope. I don't really watch movies. So no, I have not seen it. I only worked in film. Why would I watch movies, right? Okay, so as we're done, so this is the statistics here, and you can go texture stats. So it's currently showing me the current streaming level. And here's all of the textures that are currently being streamed in. What the actors are. Tells me if they're virtual, what type they are, because it could be like a cube map, etc. It tells me its resolution, which is very important because you could see if I sort by highest, these resolutions aren't powers of 2. Right? These are not powers of 2 images. Now these are, I know where they're from. They're from the mini map, and they're like the template ones from the plugin, so I don't really care right now. I'm not doing the performance stuff. Tells you the format it's on. It tells me like what type of a group it's in, the LED bias if you set one. And here's the interesting thing. Current memory and fully loaded memory. Right? The main thing I want to show is currently it says uses all 1. If I had like something in here that was reused a lot, so if I did all streaming levels, there we go. So under all streaming levels, let me sort by uses. Okay. And I want to show, if you look at this one, and this one, right? If we look at these two textures, they're the same resolution. Let's actually go with, is there a better one that has even the same formatting? Yeah, these two. So the same resolution, same format. They're a different group. But the main thing I actually want to show is, because it's hard to find them in the same, is this is 160, this is 86, right? But for 256, 64 kilobytes. For 256, 64 kilobytes, right? The this number does not go up with more. You can have 1,000 uses here. The texture memory ain't going up. Unreal's good about that. It really likes you to reuse your textures. The more you reuse, it's free, effectively. There's performance costs, yes, but in terms of texture memory specifically, it's free. You're not using any more texture memory. You can also tell like where it came from, etc. You also find other things, right? You can have lighting build info if you had some. Shader cook stuff. There's some like good stuff. The primitive one doesn't work in this version. In this, I think it needs to be not level instances for me to see primitive stats. So if I was to open one of the levels. Right. Yeah, so now I get primitive stats. And it tells me there's 25 uses of this cube. How many are hardware instances? How many tries does it have? What is the sum of all the tries it has? how much space is it taking in size? Right, there's like a bunch of information here. As for primitive, again, you can go texture stats. Right here's all the texture information from this level. And you get like all the stuff. You also have the point light. What's the point light? Have a info here. Odd. But yeah. I just want to show like static mesh lighting info. Nothing should have usually movable lights. It's odd that it's showing. Oh, this just shows me if I was to bake it, here's all the info for it. Yeah, no static mesh. But yeah. No lighting build info. But yeah, you can use the statistics to kind of get a lot of info. I don't know how we got to this tangent of textures. I don't remember how it started. Oh, I think it went from triplanar and nano to everything. And somehow it went to me talking about textures and memory and stuff. Sorry. I don't know if I should be apologizing or you're welcome. Let me adjust the architect mini map. Let me adjust this mini map. Where do I set the settings? Fogawart full export, yes. Fogawart enabled. No. Okay, so now, right. Now we just have this. We still have like the door gap, but I can kind of I can hide that probably with some settings. But it's all temporary anyway. Yeah, things are working. Now we can go down here. Yay! Oh man, this is a nice vertical one. And this should still all give me damage. Yep. Looking good. Okay. So I think so tomorrow's Friday, Jesus Christ. So I was actually thinking for this Sunday's video to kind of build up on the runtime stuff, which was I want to create a little like collection thing in games. You know how you like walk up to something and let's say ore and or tree, right? And you collect the resource. You know, maybe the tree falls down, and after some time, like all the stuff regenerates, right? And you can have it regenerate in the same place. You can have it regenerate in a different location, but it all regenerates like maybe on a timer or whatever you want. You can have it regenerate, but you could use that to BCG to like spawn it in, and then have it like clear, like regrow kind of where the stuff was. Like if you were to take an ore and then crunch it down, let's say, and you had like foliage all around it, maybe as it goes lower, the foliage kind of appears next to it. or once it's all cleared out, the foliage kind of grows where it was. So it looks like it was never there. And then maybe it'll get respawned somewhere else down the line over some time. So I'm thinking of setting up something like that for this weekend's video. I don't know, what do you guys think? I kind of want to play around with some more like runtime stuff, maybe some more game stuff. I'm just trying to think of like some cool ways of start introducing like PCG into like the actual gameplay of things and how to like show that off more, because that's fun. Yeah, there's other stuff that I'm like cooking up. I want to create a tool, by the way. I want to create a tool that allows you to select any blueprint blueprint object that has like instances, and for you to split it up into static meshes, like individual ones. So you can use, like, for example, PCG to spawn something and just create whatever shape you want. And then if you want to like control things individually, just press a button or select it and press a button, and it would just make them all separate objects, and then you can do whatever you want with them. You can remake them into a blueprint, an instance blueprint, or you can delete some, move them, whatever. It's just easier than working with the instances. So I'm thinking of doing creating something like that, and then maybe because no one's done it, maybe I'll throw it on the marketplace for once. It wouldn't be like a video; it would be like a tool for like $5 or something. I don't know. To see if anyone's like interested in it, because I feel like I want to make that for myself. Is that a job for a tech artist? I mean, sure, why not? It's tech. I'm an artist. I see no problems here. Does it matter if it's a job for a tech artist? Creating tools is kind of this. Imagine it would be something like that. Creating tools, yeah. Tech artists create tools. A lot of the like artist side tools are tech artist stuff. It depends on like your background, right? If you're more a programmer, you might be doing like more tool development. If you're more of the art side, you might be creating like tools, but they're more like focused on for the artist to create things. Like, how do you like make it easier for the artist to work versus how do you like it all depends. But yeah, a tech artist basically works in between programmers and artists, because they can speak both languages. They can speak the programmer talk, and they can also speak the artist talk. Because a lot of times artists and programmers like want to help each other. They just don't know the common language, basically, right? Because if an artist wants something to happen, they're not going to use words like arrays, and like they're not going to explain it to somebody in a programmer way. They're going to just tell them what they want. They just want something to like, they want something to jump up and down when they go to this platform. That's what we're doing. We want them to jump, right? And it's up to like the programmer to like figure out like, okay, what do they really want? How do they want it to work, right? And if the programmer doesn't know a lot of the art side, then it's hard to like implement it. The tech artist is like right in between. It's basically in between. You know what a tool would be? So sound like a tool. So that's why, yeah. Tool is like just a small program that helps you. That's effectively. Anything is a tool. Just a tool is just something you use. That's it. Just a thing is just something you use. You would use a little button that would do this. That's a tool. But why am I getting errors? How is this failing? Man, I could do this. But I don't know why it would fail. This still needs to be cleaned up. Okay. But I think at this point, I'm going to call it a night. Because it is way too hot. I'm going to go on a long walk. As I probably will open the balcony door and just go on a walk and hope Bill cools down by the time I'm back. Because it is just way too hot right now. It is way too hot. All this. So, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow's another hot day. I don't look forward to it, but gotta deal with it. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific. As always, maybe we'll do some of the PCG stuff tomorrow before the game. Maybe we'll continue with the game. We will see. Till then, take care, guys. Bye-bye.